I don't know. The poetry, poetry is language, is us talking about things that we get excited about, that we celebrate, remember, and my childhood to me was that subject which I wanted to celebrate, to remember, and I was so close to it, to that reality. I grew up on a farm in the country with the people who lived from the country, from what they did. And then I was uprooted. I was somewhere there in your country, in Germany, somewhere in different places. And I knew that I could not return. I knew that I could not return. And that somehow both it hurts and makes the loss, what I had lost, like more vivid. You see it from outside. When you live it, when I was there, I did not see it. I had to be uprooted to see it and feel it, and became so strong that I had to write it down, to get out of my system, from every cell of my body. So it's not a question real. When something is real, then it's not a question of modern or not modern. It's simply real. And what we call very often, this is modern art, it's only because real, something real that the artist feels is from today, and the artist puts it on canvas or thinks it out, but it's contemporary, and now what one feels. So it's always modern, and it's always contemporary, and it's always real. I don't know. A requiem for the 20th century. Millennium ended 15 minutes ago. I watched it all on TV. Fiji, New Zealand, Tokyo, Moscow, Paris, etc. It happened as I was splicing my film. It fell between the splices, so to speak, between the splices of a film entitled As I Was Moving Ahead. Occasionally I saw brief glimpses of beauty. Wiener Waltz is playing on the radio. A minute ago was the Ninth Symphony. Now I am typing and thinking of you, my dear friends, in Tokyo, Paris, Hamburg, Vilnius, São Paulo, Madrid, and many other cities and towns and villages, some of them nameless. Ah, Peter and Herman, I almost forgot Vienna. That will cost me a bottle of Veltliner. The radio guy is yapping now about all the great events of the century, but I still have to hear about Apollinaire and Vallejo and Buñuel and Tracul, Huidobro, Cocteau, Yesenin, Isidore Isou, Gertrude Stein, and the donkey of Avila, and Julius and August, and my childhood, the river Rovea, and Maxie, anthology's cat, and the names of all the women I loved, and anything that really matters and formed the mind and essence of my century. But I don't really care this way or that, because Harry Smith, who still lives at Anthology, he was heard doing research in the library last night. He told me that everything remains in the stars eternally. And Harry knew it. Agrippa von Nettesheim knew it too, and so knew Giordano Bruno and Giuseppe Zevola and Barbara Rubin, and especially, I'm sure of that, Storm de Hirsch. So it's all here now and tomorrow. The poets and things that really matter, like friendship, love, angels, fluttering of butterfly wings in China, and things like that. And I would include the poetry of Jackson McClough, Basho, and absolutely potato pancakes, the kind I make, the kind my mother taught me to make. No onions, please. So I celebrate it all now, late this night, especially exactly 30 minutes into the third millennium. And I think I drink to you all, and Robert Kelly and Tully Kupferberg too, as we move ahead. Dear Gozo, it's all a big joke on us. Anyway, invented by some Zen lunatic or Taylor Mead. Next day, we sat at Dempsey's bar. We didn't feel like going to the Mars bar somehow. Audrey and August drinking our Irish amber beer. I saw the morning come, said August, and it was a very clear and beautiful morning, so it's a good sign for the millennium. So we drank to that. Then August said, remember how they gave us all that stuff in Madhouse, the Russians, and I used to push it under my tongue and later spit it out. I did the same, said Audrus. This was a conversation absolutely not like in Pan Tadeusz by Adam Mickiewicz, but I thought it summed up for me the 20th century. I mean, the one that people are talking about and celebrating, not mine. How many pills, injections did your body take, dear August? How many injections were forced upon you? It's amazing you still play music and sing and paint and are alive. Earlier that day, we sat around the round table at Anthology. We waited for Masha, but she called in, was sick. She had planned to bring some Russian herring and cabbage and stuff. So we had some wine instead. How come, we wondered, with all the hullabaloo, Y2K and everything, how come there was no mention of the person responsible for it all? So we drank to Jesus Christ. August drank red Rhone wine. I drank cheap Vino Verde because I'm all in Spain these days. I think I'm half Spanish. My friends, we all had some great times occasionally. Red, blue, and yellow, and orange times. Not everything was that black, you have to admit. We all saw some glimpses of beauty and happiness as we moved ahead, even in stagnation. As we moved ahead through the horrors of the 20th century. Did you see the picture of the mother carrying a child